So welcome again, everyone, to our first webinar after the summer. And welcome, Fabrice. Good morning.
Thank you. Welcome.
So today we are going to do a webinar on the standard integrations in Efficy. If for someone, some people may sound it already familiar because we did it, I think, end of last year in Dutch. But as we are, as you may know, expanding the Efficy group, it's interesting to do it again in English. And as said, Fabrice is joining us today, he's Senior Pre-Sales Consultant of Efficy. And of course, I will moderate this webinar. So what's on the menu for today? It's basically quite straightforward. I'm gonna have a little bit theoretical overview on the integrations that are possible, which are basically endless. And then we go, well, you jump straight away in the demo because we have lots of things to show.
Yep.
And and of course we always end with a Q&A for those who have not the chat available at the end. Of course, you can unmute yourself as well and ask your question or raise a hand, and we give you the floor, whatever you prefer. So don't waste any more time with chatting. The integrations in Efficy, yes, as I said, they are, well, basically endless. Of course, the general standard like the Microsoft Outlook and the Microsoft Office suite, as most of you have, are integrated. Also the Google suite, which we will show you later on. We also have telephone integration and a GDPR comfort module. Third-party integrations that will Fabrice show you later on in the demo are also possible with Efficy. We are very flexible in that way. So if we go to a slide with an overview for some integrations that we have at this moment, and it's not limited, just a selection that we have at the moment. There you can see that we have tons of different kind of integrations available, from marketing mailing to other data integrations and contact integrations. So that being said, want to point out, as always, the Efficy Developer Network at EDN is very handy if you are having questions or that in case you might be a developer yourself and you are interested in doing some developing stuff, which I will come back on later in this webinar. And of course, you find also the shortcut to our help desk.
Yes, and there is also one part which is dedicated to the administration of the tool, and within this part of the EDN, you will have an access to the details about all the different integrations that we have in standard and the processes that could be put in place for your Efficy. Of course, the idea is not you to do it by yourself, except if you are a partner or a developer. But you can, of course, ask us or ask the help desk in order to get some support on that subject.
Exactly. Thank you. So, as we said, we keep it short in the theory and we jump right into the action. And Fabrice, the floor is yours. And
okay, great.
Cool. Surprise us.
Surprise. So let's dive in directly within the first and the major integration that we have with Efficy, and I think that this is the one which is the most used by, let's say, 95% of our users. This is, of course, the Office Suite integration. So what we'll do today is just show you how you can create by yourself a template within Word. This is exactly the same. So you can do exactly the same within PowerPoint, within Excel, and within Outlook in order to create great templates to be shared and to be used, of course, internally. So let's dive in, and let's imagine that I'm taking a word. So waiting for word to appear. I'm starting from a blank document in this case. And what I'll do is just show you the different icons that are present on the top left of your screen. So basically, when you want to create a new template, you will try to reach data coming from FECU. So you want, for example, to place the name, the first name of a person of contact, maybe the address, maybe some other contents like a picture. And also, if you want to automate a little bit more the template, you will maybe want to, for example, let's say that if you are trying to write a letter to a male or a female, depending on the case, you want that the system just detect that and wrote the right sentence in the document. So that's basically what I will do today. So let's imagine that in order to write this letter, so I'm writing something, okay, and within this place, just there, I want to add. I will maybe zoom a little bit more because it's a little, yeah, zooming. Okay, so let's imagine that here I want to make appear the name and the first name of a contact. That's quite simple. You simply have to click on Insert Field, and so one new window is appearing, giving you an access to all the tables of your database, and within all those tables, all the fields that are created. So the standard field, but also all the custom fields that you could have created within your database. So for this sample, I would just add the name and the first name of the person of contact I'm writing to. So name, first name, simply double click on the elements you want to place within the document. You are placing your space, etc. So the next time I will use this template, of course, those tags will be just replaced by the contact name and the contact first name coming directly from FEC. But let's imagine I want to test also, okay, is it a male or is it a female? And just, wrote it the right way in order to introduce the document. You have functions that you could insert into your template. And I will take one of the functions that are used. It's multiple conditions. So in that case, you can say, okay, let's imagine I want to test one field. I want to test on the gender of the person of contact within FEC. So we'll take contact and I want to take the gender. So I'm saying to the system, I will test the values that are within this field. And let's say that if the gender is M for male, then I want Word to display Mr. And in the other case, I want to display Miss. Quite simple. I'm just placing the test value, testing if it's an M, then Mr. else, okay, it's a Miss. So I'm inserting the function. And as you can see directly, FEC is just inserting a complete function, which will not appear like that, of course, within your document, but will be replaced by the good value on the fly when the document will be generated. So it's super easy, in fact, to make some tests on values, to insert fields. And of course, you can add some more details, like, for example, when you are inserting a table of contents. So let's imagine that within your FEC, you are creating an opportunity. Generally, within an opportunity, you can add products within the opportunity. So when you are creating an opportunity, you know that you can create different lines of products. So let's imagine I want to insert this line and in this line. So I'm creating my proposition and I'm placing some values within the opportunity. If you want that FEC is inserting this table directly within documents, so within your proposition, it's super easy to do. So I will show you how to insert a table, which is here a table containing products. So how to tell Word to insert this table. You also have another functionality, which is I want to insert what within general function. You can insert a detailed table. And so you can choose directly from this menu the kind of table you want to insert. And in this case, you want to insert product. So it's the kind prod, which is to be inserted. And you can insert it. And so now you get a small tag here, which is get table product. And this small tag will be replaced by the table containing all the fields that you just place here. So the name, the category, quantity, price, discount, etc., etc. So directly it will insert values within this table within your Word document. So, okay, two functionalities that could be really useful. So the first one, which is testing a value and then inserting a table with multiple lines of details about something, here, product. And yeah, one more maybe great functionality is to, if you want to insert a picture, so you can insert a picture coming from anywhere within Efficy. So if you place, for example, the picture describing a product on the product table, or if you want to insert a picture of a person of contact, or maybe yourself, if you are creating a new proposition that you want that at the bottom of the proposition you get your picture with your name, etc., and your signature, you can do that super easily. So let's imagine that at the bottom of this page, I want to insert here my picture. You can select to insert a picture field. The system is asking you, okay, but from where is it coming with an Efficy? So I will say, okay, it's on the contact, and it's a picture on the contact. So I'm selecting that, I'm inserting it. And after that, the system is asking you, okay, we need a sample just to place it the right way within the document. So it's asking you to select a picture with, let's say, the same kind of content, so that you can just design it on your Word template. So I'm just selecting a picture, and I will take my picture just to use it as a sample. Where am I? Where am I? Ooh, there. Okay, so I'm opening my picture and I'm inserting the field. So by default, you have all the functionalities that are coming from Word in that case. So I'm just selecting the fact that I want to tie it in so that the text could be just nearby the picture, and I'm disposing the picture where I want. I'm resizing the picture. Okay, so next time, if I'm saving this document as a template, of course, this will be not only my picture, but the picture coming from the contact link to the document that will appear in this document. So by using those functionalities and by using that, you can really create great templates. And I will show you a template which is used on a daily basis with an Efficy. I'm opening the templates that you maybe have received, in fact, when you receive a proposition from us. And so you have templates, and I will say, okay, I want to use this one, which is template in English. And as you can see, when you save a template within Efficy, it will create one specific element, which is called a template with the application that will be used. So this is a docx, so it will use Word, the language, which is the language of the template. You can apply automatically references so that when you generate a document, it will apply new references on the document. And you can, of course, define with the subject the details about this template. And inside this template, you get the document, which is here. I'm opening it. It will take a few seconds to load because it's a heavy one. So as you can see, we've created a template, inserting here the company name, here the date of creation of this document, and here you will find back some more details like, the test about the gender is there, the contact name, the contact street, the company code post, etc. And you have also other kind of format like, okay, I want to insert the creation date of this document, and I want to format it. So I can say, okay, I want to place first days and months and then the year. And then, everywhere you can place all the different fields coming from Efficy. So it's super easy to do. You can really create a super large and beautiful document if you want. And then each time you will generate it, you will fill in all the fields. So if you want to save a new document as a template, When you are in Word editing your template, you can simply say, okay, I want to save as a new template, and boom, you will just jump into Efficy and save it as a new template that you can share with your colleague. So when you are faced to your template, it will be just like that with all the fields definition of the template. You can say, okay, those are the users that are linked to these templates, and of course they will be visible. The template will be visible for them in their list of templates. So super easy. You place your user or the group of users, and you can share it like that. So that was the first element. I'm showing you how to create a new template within Word. You can do exactly the same if you are using PowerPoint. So from PowerPoint, you get the same icons, same functionalities within PowerPoint. So you can generate, of course, PowerPoint document, but also for those who are using PowerPoint in order to create propositions, it's the same, really the same usage. And you can do that, of course, within Excel and Outlook. So time for me to jump into Outlook.
Yeah. Before you go, Fabrice, we had a question in the chat from Bas. Bas asks, what does the integration will do with the table if there are different views?
Different views within okay. No, it's the basic the view which is the standard view. So it's not a custom view which is inserted. Normally it's the standard view, and if you want to insert other fields, then you have to manually adjust that within the templates, and it's a little bit more complex. Then you will have to maybe request some help from Efficy just to insert the good columns that you want to see within the document. So normally it's the standard view which is inserted automatically.
Okay, Bas, just let us know if this answers your question. You can, if you want.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
In fact, if you really want to do different kind of representation within the table, if you want to insert different columns, etc., then I really the best way to do it will be to create some fragments within opportunities, but it's another way to use it. So I don't know if you are using fragments actually within the system, but you can do that by using templates, specific templates that you can apply to your opportunity. So I have the ability to create or to use a template which was already created before, and I'm jumping into the quotation mode of the opportunity module. So quotation mode, when you select a template with fragments that you have created before, then the system lets you handle different kind of lines of product, sub-product. You can make totals, subtotals, etc. And you have the ability to create all the different fragments you want. So this is a fragment, it's a title. So it's a line that you can just place within your quotation. If I want to add, for example, okay, a product, by default, it will give me the list of the product. Okay, I will take this one. And so you can also say, within this case, if I'm taking a product which is containing subproducts, I want to insert all the subproducts that are related to this product. So here I'm taking Efficy Cloud, and I get all the different options and variables that are just linked to this main product. But after that, you can really say, okay, I want to have different columns depending on the lines. I want to, for example, also create totals, subtotals, etc. So you can see that lines are not defined the same way. And then in that case, when you want to insert that, it will take exactly the same representation as what you've created in order to get your quotation build into the opportunity. So that's, I think, the best way for you if you want to really design the template you want and the table you want to insert to be inserted into Word. But I think that this could be one specific webinar that we can do just to help you knowing more about how to create fragments and how to design them within Word also and to insert them. But I think it's a topic itself, and we can spend more than 30 minutes on the subject. So maybe the next time. But this is the way to have something, let's say, customized quite easily.
Yep. If the attendees are interested in this, just let us know that we can a little bit feel the temperature if it's worth organizing a webinar on this topic. So
yeah, it will be a pleasure.
Just let us know.
So I was jumping into Outlook. Of course, in Outlook, you also have the same kind of functionality. So if you are creating a new mail and you want to create a new template, all those icons are present too, letting you insert field functions and saving as a model, so as a template of email. What I will do is just show you the result. So I'm taking my personal contact card with an Efficy, and I've created a sample of template. And so I can just say on the person of contact, I want to send an instant email, and the system will give me the three different templates that are actually present. One is not used anymore, but I will take, this one, sales. So when I'm sending a proposition, you will use it. And this is a template which is in French, but just to show you how it works, you are selecting your template, and Efficy will open directly Outlook with the content merge. So here, he just plays my email address because I'm writing to Fabrice. And as you can see, it just says, hey, Mr. Lambert, here is your offers, blah, 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 blah. And so it's automatically merging. Of course, if you want to insert a document, if you forgot to insert a document coming from the database, you can directly say, okay, I want to add some attachment from Efficy, and you can directly access it directly from documents, project, opportunities, or incident or tickets. So let's imagine I want to take one document coming from my last and past activity. The system is first giving you an access to the recent document you actually have used. So let's imagine, okay, I want to take this one, which is an Excel file. I want to say okay, and boom, directly Outlook is just retrieving the document from Efficy and inserting it into the email. After that, you can send and save it directly within Efficy. You can send and save it as a document, a meeting, a task, a contact, an incident, or an opportunity. And one of the major functionality for salespersons is send and make a follow-up, so that the system will create automatically a new action related to you with a reminder the next week, just to call back your prospect or your customer after having the proposition sent. So that's basically it. Super easy to use, super simple. We'll do that in the other way. Let's imagine that this person, Marlene, sent me an email. It was past week, and I want to save that email within Efficy. I'm just opening the email, and I want to say, okay, I want to save it as Efficy directly as an email, or maybe convert it into a meeting or a task. Let's imagine in this case that I will ask to Geert, so I will delegate the task to Geert, saying, okay, I will not call her back, but could you please call her back? So I'm just creating from the email a new task, and Outlook is connecting to Efficy, is giving, oh, okay, there are more than five people that are linked to this email. Are you sure you want to link all the contacts? Yes, I want to do that. And so now Outlook is just verifying if this email is already placed within the system. And as you can see, the system just tells me, hey, okay, it's already saved within Efficy. Are you sure? Do you want to create a copy? Yeah, for the demo, I will create a copy. So I will create a double just to show you, but I'm saying, yes, I will save this email into the system and please create me an action. And so Outlook send the email to Efficy. This is an action. So you can place a starting date. I want here to do that tomorrow, but you can do that until the end of the week. So on Friday will be the deadline. Level of urgency, it's a medium urgency in this case, and I would say that it will take maybe 15 minutes. I will not be the guy who will call Marlene, but this should be here. So Chan will not be in the loop. I'm just deactivating myself, and I give the floor to Geert in order to do this task. So I will be notified in that way that Geert is doing the task or delaying the task. So if you keep yourself linked to the action, you will be notified of all the actions that are done by Geert around this task. So as you can see, it's of course related to different context. There were 3 people coming from Confederativo as a company that are linked to the action. But I'm letting just Marleen, so we know that he have to call Marleen in that case. And I'm just saving it. I will say okay for GMO because it's I'm saving it. So
luckily Geert is joining, so he knows now that it's for
okay.
the for the demo.
Okay. So that was basically just saving an email and converting it into an action directly from Outlook. As we are speaking about mail integration, you can do exactly the same with Gmail. So it's also easy for you to jump into Gmail. I don't know if you maybe use it. You can install, in fact, an add-on. So I'm connecting to my personal Gmail account. As you can see on the right of your screen, you will see here a new icon appearing within Gmail. It's the add-in, in fact, of Efficy inside Gmail. So I will show you first how to install it. It's quite simple. You click on the plus, you will be faced to the G Suite Marketplace. You are searching for Efficy within the marketplace, and you get here the Efficy for Gmail add-on. You simply click on it, install it, and it's doing it by itself, super easy. And then boom, it will just appear within your Gmail account. Of course, it will ask you your login and password in order to connect if needed to the database. But what is quite great is that, let's imagine here I send myself an email coming from fla@efficy.com. And so if I'm clicking on this email, I get the details. If you select on the right the Efficy add-on, the system will automatically recognize the person of contact, the companies. You can add opportunities, incidents. You can also choose to convert it into some element, document, meetings, task, incident, and opportunity. So it's working the same way as the add-on for the Office Suite, but here directly within Gmail. So super great. If you are using different email accounts, you can really connect your different email accounts to your global database. So that was it for Gmail. Of course, you can add directly companies if you want to add more companies related to the email. You can add your opportunities or create a ticket from there. So yeah, easy. This is the way you can also disconnect yourself. You can say I want to refresh it, but it's really standard and super easy to use. So let's keep in touch with Google. I will show within Efficy how you can search, asking questions to Google. Example, we'll say, okay, let's search for a company within the system. We'll search for the company called Efficy, and let's imagine that the company is not created yet within the system. So I will request to Google, hey, do you know a company called Efficy, and could you please insert values that are actually known on the web regarding the company Efficy? So for that, I'm jumping into the search for companies. And I will create a new one. So I start from a fresh and blank company card. And with this icon, I can request Google to give me some help. I'm searching from company, which is called Efficy. When you type, directly Google is giving you references that he knows about the company Efficy. So I'm taking Efficy SA in Belgium, and the system is pointing it at that place. I'm saying, okay, and boom, directly, all the values that are already known by Google are filled in the definition of this company. So he placed the phone number, the website, streets, etc. is placed at the right place within all the fields detailing the Efficy headquarters. So simple. You can do also requests around a point with the Google map. So okay, I will search for a company, and let's say I want a map search, and I will map around 5 kilometers around one point, and I will say, okay, I want to look for companies that are around the Efficy headquarters. So I'm taking the point Efficy headquarters, 5 kilometers just around that. Let's say, okay, 1 kilometer will be enough. And I'm searching for companies that could be nearby our headquarters. And so the system is giving you the companies that are present into the database, but nearby the Efficy headquarters. As you can see, sometimes when you have multiple companies just nearby, you can click on them to get a zoom, and then you have the details about those companies. Some of our customers are requesting, hey, okay, that's quite fine, but I want to make a specific selection. So when I'm using that kind of functionality, I want only to see, for instance, companies that are prospect or companies that are customer and that I have not visited for a period of time. We can, of course, customize the screen for you and add those filters so that you can say, okay, I want to see prospects around this place. Or if you go to visit one customer, you can ask the system, hey, maybe there is some prospect just nearby this customer, so that I can just place a call and request if I can just visit them at the same time. So we can do it. If you have this kind of functionality in mind, don't hesitate. Take your phone or send an email to your account manager, and we will be pleased to design the screen for you in that case.
Fabrice, in terms of Google, for the Google Maps, do our customers need anything from Google, like a Google account or something specific to integrate this?
Yeah, in fact, it's depending on the volume of requests that they are using. For some businesses, some of our customers like CBRE or maybe others that are using geolocalization really often, then you should have an account, a specific account for Google, and you are paying, depending on the volume, a certain amount to Google to make those search and map search. But if it's only a few requests that you are doing a day or a week, then it will be free. So this is the Google policy, of course, in that case, and not the Efficy policy, which is applied.
Indeed.
Yep. I'm just taking my notes. When you want to create companies, you maybe need to access more data than simply the one coming from Google. In that case, when you look in the system, you can have some access to external database. So in our case, within our production database, we have a link to Corporama. This is quite often used in France, but also TrendStop and CreditSafe. For today, I will show you functionalities coming from Corporama, but it's quite the same for CreditSafe. It's used the same kind of module. But it's super useful. In fact, if you don't have a company created into the system, you can ask directly to Corporama or CreditSafe, do you know this company? Do you have some more details about the company, about the persons that are present in the company? And you can also import directly contact and companies coming from those external database. So I will do the same test. I will search in Corporama for a company called Efficy. And so, oh, great. Corporama is just telling me, okay, I know the company Efficy France. So if I'm clicking on the details about this company, now Efficy is just requesting Corporama or Credit Safe, give me all the data you have about this company. If the company is detailed enough, and if you want to get all the details, you can purchase, of course, the company. In that case, we already have purchased the company, so the icon is just not usable. But as you can see, Corporama is giving us some details about the company itself. You can select, okay, I want to create and import this company within the system. Corporama is also telling you that you have headquarters or the buildings that are just related to the company Efficy France, and you can also import, for example, here the CEO definition of Efficy at the same time. So basically, by selecting it and say, okay, I want to import in Efficy, then Corporama will send back the data, and Efficy will create the company definition and the link with Cédric Pirard as the CEO. So really useful. And it's, exactly the same with Credit Safe, except that within Credit Safe, you also have some more details about financial information about the company, risks also about the company, and if you have some subsidiaries related to the company, then you can also have all those details. So those connectors could be activated for you. It's a request. We are delivering it, but you have to ask it to your account manager. And of course, you should have the credits on Corporama or Credit Safe. If it's on Credit Safe, then we can deliver you the credits and the license that are needed in order to get an access to all the data. So, but it's super useful. You select it and then you say, okay, I want to import in Efficy, and the system is creating you directly contacts and companies in your production database. So that was it for the link with external parties.
I see some Dutch attendees. We also have a Dutch data provider available, which is Data Collective. It works basically in the same way. So, but just to know that you also for local needs, we have the integrations available that you may need.
Yes. So one last integration to show you today is the integration with FlexMail. It's a connector which lets you handle your marketing campaign and activate, of course, marketing automation capabilities in relation with Efficy. So the first element you have to understand is that when you are using marketing campaign with Efficy, one major point is the usage of profiles or interest centers. When you create a profile within Efficy and the connector with FlexMail is activated, you have the ability to activate one category of information, which is emailing category. And within this email category, you can select the kind of FlexMail elements you want to synchronize with Efficy. So it could be an interest label or a preferences. There is a difference in between the two elements. One is synchronized automatically, and the other one is synchronized manually when you fetch the data as coming from FlexMail. But okay, anyway, you can create element coming from Efficy saying, okay, I want to create a new interest center, and I want this interest center to be present within FlexMail simply by doing that. Okay, so when you save it, now the system knows that it will create this interest center within FlexMail, and it will be available for your next emailing. When you create a marketing campaign in Efficy, you are using generally queries, but also you can use interest centers or the results of other campaigns. So by using those three options, you can add people within your marketing campaign. You can also add people directly by placing profiles linked to the marketing campaign. So you can just take the groups of people and link it to the marketing campaign in order to define your target. Since you get some people within the target, Then you will have the ability to activate one functionality, which is send personalized email. With the FlexMail connector, the FlexMail account will be appearing just there. And since that moment, you are already connected to FlexMail. So you have here the different past emails you've created within FlexMail. You can apply a segment, which is the smallest part of the target. So you can redefine, let's say, okay, I want to only address people that are just nearby Brussels. Then you can apply a segment, which is also defined within FlexMail. You can apply forms. So if you want to apply some forms in order, for example, to let people subscribe to an event or something, you can define your forms within FlexMail and call them, link them to the marketing campaigns you want. But let's jump directly within the newsletter that we wrote in FlexMail. So you're selecting your email message that you have already created in FlexMail. And you will see that when I'm clicking on edit, Efficy will directly jump to that email. So we'll open FlexMail, check for your credential, if you get the right to open it, to edit it, etc. And so, yeah, I'm jumping in here directly within the newsletter we've created before in French, in that case, for our customer and our prospect. And since you are here within your email, the connector lets you, of course, personalize your email. So you can directly access, in fact, all the fields that are coming from Efficy on the definition of a contact. So, and of course, the company name also. But so you can insert directly the name, the first name, the function, etc. And also some free fields that you can define would be available within FlexMail. So you don't have to export and import data coming from FlexMail or Efficy. So Efficy is just pushing the right data to FlexMail in order to send your email, and it will retrieve the data also when you are sending the email. So when you've personalized your email, you have the ability to track the links clicking. So by clicking on this icon, the system is now analyzing all the links that are present within this marketing campaign, and it will let you handle the fact that you will apply a specific interest center coming from Efficy on a specific link that could be clicked by your customer or your prospect. So here is the global definition of all the links that are present within this email. And let's imagine that if somebody is just clicking on this link, which is the definition of the next webinar, I want to apply a new interest center on it. And so I will say, okay, they want to receive some more information about demo web, which is an interest center of Efficy. So at the time somebody is clicking on that link, you can be sure that the person will be placed automatically within the interest center demo web within Efficy, so within your web database. So it's a super easy way for you to make interest center dynamic within FlexMail. So depending on what are the interests of those people, they will be placed automatically in the good interest center within FlexMail, within Efficy. Of course, when you send a campaign, you will have details about who was click, who was opening the email. So you get all the details within FlexMail, but all those details, so who was read and who was click, is also present within Efficy. So as you can see, if I'm jumping within my marketing campaign, no, this one, sorry, you get some information regarding reading or interaction. Interaction is the click some people could have done within the email and read it. So of course, they have read the email. One last element which is also synchronized is the fact that if FlexMail is detecting a bounce on a person of contact, then the person of contact will be placed as bounce automatically. So let's say, okay, I want to say this person is defined as bounce on this contact definition. So this is a really standard connector. You can also activate it by buying a license of FlexMail directly from Efficy, or if you already have FlexMail, you can ask us to activate your connector to your FlexMail account. So that was it for those connectors. Maybe one last word. We are actually finalizing a new connector that will be also available for other actors on the market like MailChimp, Actito. I don't remember the last name. There is a last actor which will be also available natively from, at the moment we are delivering this new connector. And this new connector will arrive with the next release of Efficy.
Right.
I'm just up. We're taking.
Yeah. Well, lots of information on this Wednesday morning, but I think it's very interesting, and even myself, I have to admit, I learned some new things as well. So it's always interesting for those Dutch-speaking people who are joining today. If you're not a member of the Efficy community, you can also become a member of that. And in the next session, we go a little bit more deeper on the campaigns, and we have some experts from FlexMail with us during that session. So the next webinars that we have in the pipeline for the rest of this year. Not a lot of months left. In October, we're going a little bit deeper on the workflow module. This one will be in English with Fabrice. It's going to be very interesting, I think. November, well, we are working on a very nice concept for the CRM days. And as Fabrice already mentioned, new releases of Efficy. We plan to hopefully can show you this during the webinar in November, but that's not finalized yet. What is finalized yet is in December, like last year. It's like a Christmas tradition. We're gonna finish the year with the admin box, a more detailed webinar for the Efficy CRM administrators. So like last year, we go a little bit deeper in the technical part, in the developers part. Of course, some new items than we did last year. So maybe you can already inform your Efficy CRM administrator on this date, December 16. So I think the only thing that is left is the Q&A. So if you have a question, maybe you can unmute yourself as the question. Yeah, we're with a small group, so don't hesitate to unmute yourself and ask your question. Inge, yes.
Yes, me again. Sorry.
No. Okay.
So we have. So whenever we have new subscribers on our website, they automatically are placed into Efficy. But the way this happens is that the address of the fields that they fill out on our website, they arrive in the memo. And in the banner of the contact, there is the first word, I think, of that information that they put. And often that first word is like the company. But we have a lot of people from foreign countries who don't seem to be, so good in filling out their company details. So often I need to Google, they give part of the information. They say, the company and the city in Bangladesh or whatever, and the postcode. So then in order for me to find the street and so on, I was wondering with what you just showed, the Google search integration, if this could help me in this regard too. If it is too difficult, we can take this offline, of course.
Yes, you really can use this functionality by default. The search, so the search window here on company level, the map search, or if you are creating the company here, from here, normally you should have this icon available natively. So this part is really requesting Google at that time, and you can add more details. So if you are looking for Efficy Belgium, then it will just refine the search. So normally, if you are placing some details that you receive from the company, it should just give you the results. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other?
I never tried in Bangladesh, but yeah.
Let us know, Inge, if Bangladesh
Yeah.
is.
I will.
Anyone else has another question for Fabrice concerning these integrations? Well, I guess then it was clear, Fabrice. And as always, if you have other questions afterwards that might pop up, don't hesitate to contact your account manager with the questions. If he cannot answer the question, he will ask internally to get back to you with a clear answer. So for now, if there's no question anymore, I want to thank you all for joining us this morning. And
Thank you.
Fabrice, thank you again for a very clear webinar.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Really. Hope to see you next time. And
Yes.
yeah, don't hesitate. Don't forget to subscribe to the next webinars. I will be pleased to just meet you again.
Right. Thank you, guys, and
Thank
see
you.
you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.